Hello, Kalani. Hi. Yes, and welcome to the Black Blockchain Summit. It's a pleasure to have you, and I'm very honored to take this time to have a chat with you. And so we discuss Black consciousness, we discuss liberation through the blockchain technology. So one of the mission of this summit is to, enlighten people on the issues of money, the issues of liberation, the issues of race, the issues of, a lot of issues that affect the Black community. And one of the person, I don't know if you were there yesterday, one of the person that was here was the ambassador of the UN. And she touched on a lot of issues that really touched us. I want you to look at that speech. What does it mean to you as a young entrepreneur, as a young person, and in the blockchain space? Yeah.
Anyone who was lucky enough to hear her speak yesterday, that was worth the entire trip here, the entire admittance cost. Come here to speak. Like, I'm just honored to even be able to be on a panel in the space where she just spoke, because that's how much it impacted me. I was not prepared for that. So she was is the ambassador to the United States for all of Africa. First of all, she's a Black woman. That's number one. So when they first introduced her, I immediately saw my reflection. You know what I mean? And I don't think that, especially in tech, how important that is. And she's not necessarily in tech, but to see her at a tech conference, an all-Black tech conference, which is like, first of all, just like the cherry on top for me. But to see her and her reflection of me as an African American, and she from Africa, the actual continent of which I didn't get the pleasure of growing up in and knowing my roots, but to see her represent her our entire continent for the United States of America and give the speech that she gave yesterday, I can't even put it into words. Like, I was in tears. I would say the part of her speech, oh goodness, I can't even like choose, but the part of her speech I think that impacted me the most was her talking about just the history of how Africa was broken up and the Berlin Conference and all of that. So she taught me so much, because I didn't know like that stuff had happened. I knew it happened, but I didn't know to that extent, and just to how like the level of just barbarianism that was implemented throughout Africa's like development, right? So for her to like hear her teach me, almost like I was watching my own history in a way, but being from America, it was so weird, but amazing. Like, I can't even explain it. And then her call to action, her saying, we have got to stop feeling like we can't fix this. Like, they've gotten into our heads to make us think that we're not powerful enough to fix this, when in America, like she said, Black Americans have the most money of any Black group in the world. And so if we just invest a small amount back into our brothers and sisters, because there's like been a disconnect, and we need to connect. That's what she was saying. Like, we're all the same. We're from the same continent. Like, why are we not all using each other's resources, from the Caribbean to America to Canada to Europe, wherever we are, to like come together? So anyway, I could go on and on. I'm not going to, but I think just her presence alone was like enough, and I think everyone in that room felt it. So that was just the best. And so kudos to the Black Blockchain Summit for having her, because that was just amazing.
Oh, thank you very much. I like the fact that you were listening. I mean, like, you really were listening, my sister, and it shows in the way you are expressing yourself, and be able to, follow up on her speech. That is beautiful. And I hope in the next coming summit we're gonna see you here. You're gonna be talking about your solution. We would love to see what you're doing for the community, and I really appreciate that you are young, Black, and proud. So thank you very much.